Hello, and welcome to the latest installment of My Dad Listens to This. I'm Juliet, the daughter.
And I'm Kevin, the dad.
And hello, everyone. We're back for Season 3! Yay! We've lasted longer than most TV shows.
Okay.
Yeah. We've been 3 years. Hooray!
Yay.
You don't sound too thrilled. This podcast was your idea anyway.
Oh.
You don't remember? We were sitting and eating dinner when you told me that you wanted to do this, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm still waking up.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a new year, new season.
Yep.
Obviously a new album. So, Jules, what did you pick for us this time?
Well, continuing with our tradition of every time we do a new season, we always start out with a girl group or a female pop artist. So today...
We do?
Yeah, last season, when we started season 2, we did the Spice Girls.
But the first season we started off
With the Beatles. I meant to say every season after that.
Oh, okay, that's 2.
Yeah,
okay.
that's 2, so I want to continue the tradition. So, guys, we're talking about Lizzo. Dad, take it away.
Okay. Melissa Vivian Jefferson was born April 27th, 1988 in Detroit, Michigan. Her family relocated to Houston, Texas when she was 10. She started rapping as a teenager and at 14 formed a group called Cornrow Click. Around this time she acquired the nickname Lizzo, a variation on Lissa and inspired by Jay-Z's song Izzo Hova. After graduating high school in 2006, she studied classical music, focusing on the flute at the University of Houston. Mm-hmm. She does play the flute in concert.
Yes, she does.
And it has a name.
Oh, what was it? Blue Ivy? That's her blue flute, I know.
No.
What's the name of a regular flute?
Okay, I didn't realize she had a blue one. Sasha Flute.
Okay.
Okay. At 21, after her father died, she spent a year living out of her car trying to make it in the music biz.
Yep.
She moved to Minneapolis in 2011. While in Minneapolis, she worked with indie groups and formed a 3-piece all-female rap/R&B group, The Chalice. In 2012, they put out an album, We Are The Chalice, which did well locally. Now, Lizzo's debut album, Lizzo Bangers, came out in October 2013 on the Totally Gross National Product label, later re-released by Virgin. She toured the US and UK opening for Harmar Superstar.
Okay.
Never heard of him.
Me neither.
Supposedly, he's big enough that he gets an opening act. Okay, Lizzo also won City Page's Picked to Click Award for Best New Twin Cities Artist, and Time Magazine picked her as one of 14 music artists to watch for in 2014. Mm-hmm. Lizzo started working on her next album. In 2014, she participated in Style Like You's What's Underneath project, where she removed her clothes and talked about her relationship with her body. This inspired her to write My Skin. Mm-hmm. Also in 2014, she and her Chalice bandmates worked with Prince and Third Eye Girl on their album Plectrum Electrum. Third Eye Girl was Prince's all-female band.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that in our Prince episode a little bit.
Lizzo's second album, Big Girl, that's GRRRL.
Yeah.
Big Girl, Small World, came out in December 2015. In 2016, Lizzo was one of the hosts of MTV's short-lived live music performance series Wonderland. Mm-hmm. She signed with Atlantic Records the same year and released her major label EP, Coconut Oil. It got good reviews and was her first release to chart, making it to number 44 on Billboard's top R&B/hip-hop albums. Mm-hmm. She embarked on her Good as Hell tour in 2017, and in 2018, she toured both with Haim and Florence and the Machine on the latter's Highest Hope tour, which I would have loved to have seen that show.
I bet you would have.
But I went on Wikipedia and looked up Florence and the Machine, and Lizzo, unfortunately, only did like a handful of shows.
Oh, okay.
Like, if I had seen Florence up in Boston, there would have been this act called Grizzly Bear, which I would like to think was someone coming out on stage with a trained grizzly bear doing some sort of tricks or something.
Sure, tell yourself that lie.
I will. Lizzo became an advocate for body positivity and self-love as she gained mainstream popularity. Mm-hmm. Her backup dancers, the Big Girls, are all plus-size dancers. She also sported the first plus-size outfit made for the Fashion Institute of Technology's Future of Fashion runway show. Mm-hmm. In 2019, she did voice work for the animated film Ugly Dolls and had a supporting part in the crime comedy drama Hustlers. The
I've heard of
J-Lo
that, yeah,
stripper
yeah.
film where J-Lo probably kept all the clothes on.
People were saying that should have won a lot more awards than it got nominated for because people were like, it's a legitimately good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. In January 2019, Atlantic released Juice, the first single from Lizzo's third album / major label debut LP, 'Cause I Love You, which came out in April 2019. The album debuted at number 6 on Billboard's Top 200 Albums chart, peaking at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
After inspiring an internet meme on TikTok, Lizzo's 2017 single Truth Hurts became popular and was added to the deluxe version of 'Cause I Love You. Truth Hurts went to number 1 on the Hot 100 and stayed there for 7 weeks, making Lizzo the third female rapper to go number 1 without a featured artist. She also became the first black solo female R&B singer to hit number 1 on the Hot 100 since Rihanna had done it in 2012 with Diamonds. She hit.
Ooh, I love Diamonds.
Well, they are a girl's best friend. She hit the road that same year, playing the Glastonbury Festival, and also performed on SNL in December 2019.
Yeah, when Eddie Murphy came to host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was nominated for 8 Grammys and won 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as for me...
Yeah, how'd this happen?
Well, I kept hearing about Lizzo everywhere and thought, okay, this is the music that the young people seem to like these days.
And the 1 and the 2 and the doink doink doink.
So, I'll check her out. And, okay, this album came out in 2019, and I didn't get around to it or even hear about Lizzo till 2020, which shows you how up on things I am.
Yeah.
We seniors, we do mean well.
Don't worry, I wasn't up on this either.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel better about that. Now, I ended up borrowing the deluxe edition of 'Cause I Love You from the library. Now, the thing was, I didn't know it was the deluxe edition because nowhere on the CD did it say deluxe edition.
So is the one you have the deluxe edition?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Now, there's also a super deluxe edition.
Oh, I only listened to the regular one.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I'll
Oops.
talk about the 3 songs then.
Okay.
The 3 extra songs.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, there's also a super deluxe edition, which has 2 different versions of Good as Hell.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I got the deluxe edition, but didn't know it was such. But I think the deluxe edition now replaces the standard one.
Okay.
Anyway, so brought it from the library, loved it, bought my own copy. And
We can't edit that out.
Nope, sorry.
Ugh.
This is live, folks.
Yep.
So now you know. Which I said, it does have 3 extra songs, but to me they don't sound like they were tacked on.
Okay.
If that makes sense, they kind of sound like they're of the piece.
Yeah.
And that they belong on there.
Uh-huh.
Now, I love that it's 14 songs in 43 minutes.
Yes.
I mean, not one song breaks the 4-minute barrier. Lizzo is very economic. She says what she has to say, she makes it catchy, then moves on to the next song. Let's get in, get out. What I don't love is the booklet. Because,
I didn't look at it.
okay, because for me, the print's a little too small. Yes, I wear glasses, but I still have to squint. And like the color of the print, the font, it almost blends in with the background. And it's like I find I have to have like a strong light source to be able to read the booklet. Because if I don't, it's like, turning on the squinto vision.
Oh, okay.
But I think if they had picked, if they'd used white letters, everything would have stood out a lot more. But it's a minor complaint. So let's get into the song, shall we?
All right, let's do it. First one, 'Cause I Love You, the title track. I've heard this song before, but for some reason when they play it on TV, they change the key, and I don't know why. Now, as far as an opening track goes, that's a hell of an opener with that yell and those powerful vocals. Lizzo was able to make it sound like she's crying without fully bursting into tears, which is good, because as a singer, crying really messes up your ability to sing with all the extra fluids.
Why does that sound, which we learned the other day on Why Les Miserables kind of stinks.
Yeah, well, the movie anyway. Yeah, and I was about to say, for more information on that and how it screwed up the Les Mis movie, check out the YouTube channel Sideways. Anyway, the story is simple. Lizzo starts out as someone who likes to have fun, and then she falls for someone. Person doesn't believe her, and she says, if I didn't love you, would I be crying this way? Would I have let my hair get this messed up? And the anger in her voice during that part is a perfect touch. Her vocals also really capture the pain, especially as she hits those whistle tones. I never really listened to Lizzo before. Whistle tones are like a woman's highest notes that you can hit in her range. Think like Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, her vocals also really capture the pain and she hits the whistle notes. I never really listened to Lizzo before, but with this opening track, I thought, yep, I can see why people really like her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great way to open this album. It's like this big voice comes out of nowhere, and she's telling me she's crying because she loves me.
Mm-hmm.
And then this big sound comes in and tries to match that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost does, because it's like, God, can this woman sing? Not just sing, but sing.
Yeah.
Which really surprised me because I was expecting this whole album just to be straight up rap. I had no idea that she had the pipes that she does.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like she's in serious love for the first time. It's not infatuation or kind of like love. This is the big L. And as she says, she don't want to hoe no more. She's getting her hair pressed again.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to get a tat with his name on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought she was love impaired, but nope, she found Mr. Right instead of Mr. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
And good for her.
Good for her.
And it's like you listen to the song and it's like, good for you. You want her to win. You
Yeah,
want
you
her
do.
to get that
Throughout
guy.
this whole album, you want her to win.
Exactly.
All right, next song, Like a Girl. And here's where the badassery turns up to an 11. This is a message to anyone who might be wanting to slide into Lizzo's DMs. If you want me, then be prepared. This is a women's empowerment anthem with clever lyrics. I think my favorite one is the only X's are in my chromosomes.
Yes!
Son, I could never. And as for the Macaulay Culkin reference, I think he really liked it because if you Google his and Lizzo's names, turns out they danced on stage together at one of her concerts.
Cool.
Yeah. As for the woke up feeling like I just might run for president, even if there ain't no precedent, I think she means that in the sense she'll be the first real badass to run. Not the first black woman to run, as that honor belongs to Shirley Chisholm, running in 1972 to be the Democratic nominee. But I love how at the end you hear Lizzo saying in the studio, shit, fuck, I didn't know I was ending it right there. Which I love to see those peeks behind the curtain. Lizzo definitely lets her badass side show, but she also shows the part of her that occasionally makes mistakes and the side that really goofs around, so you get a good sense of who she is in this song.
Yeah, this is definitely, correct me if I'm wrong, this is a girl power anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love the line, yeah, only X's I care are in my fucking chromosomes. Someone was paying attention in biology class. That just cracks me up. So, like, throughout this whole song, Lizzo is large and in charge, and oh yeah, this is catchy. And I bet you, like, this is already like a WNBA anthem or women's soccer anthem because it's got that, fight like a girl and all that, and just great song. And yeah, I think that ending's hilarious. Like the first couple of times, like I just heard like the potty mouth and I didn't hear like
The
what
rest?
she was saying after that. But then when I Googled the lyrics and listened to the song, I thought, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. All right, next song, Juice. So this is the song the internet blew up. I remember seeing snippets of reaction videos to this song on YouTube. So in this song, Lizzo hears someone say, "You're not the baddest bitch." And she says, "Oh yeah? Sit down, because I'm going to tell you why you're wrong." She exudes confidence, but without being cocky. This is a woman who knows her worth. As she says, she's not a snack, she's a whole damn meal. And if you want me, you have to earn me. You can't just try to cop a feel. And I love how she messages this person saying, "Hey, your man slid in my DMs. I think he wants something more." And
Yes,
then
I have a question.
Yeah.
DM, is that direct message?
Yes.
Oh, thank God, because I had to look that up on the interwebs yesterday.
You got it right, don't worry. And then basically she says, can you blame him? Yet I can't picture anyone having the balls to try and retort after that, because those who cross Lizzo burn. I remember Jillian Michaels was talking in an interview years ago, and this is what she said, quote, "Why are we celebrating her, Lizzo's body? Why does it matter? Why aren't we celebrating her music? Because it isn't going to be awesome if she gets diabetes. I'm just being honest. I love her music, my kids love her music, but there's never a moment where I'm like, and I'm so glad she's overweight. Why do I even care? Why is it my job to care about her weight?" And the internet came and kicked down her door. Because Lizzo, as you said, has been very open about her struggles with loving her body, especially after being bullied for her body with some very racist and misogynistic comments. Other people were also saying, "You're not her doctor or her personal trainer. It's not your place to comment." How did Lizzo respond? Well, I can't say it on this show, but if you Google Lizzo Julian Michaels, you can see the video for yourself. I must say, as someone who wasn't a Lizzo fan at the time, I found her response so sadistically satisfying in that schadenfreude way. I hope Julian Michaels hears the song and realizes she screwed up big. Blame it on the juice.
Okay, now you've got my curiosity up. And, okay, what a great sounding song. And I like that she's got a real band playing on this.
Yes.
And again, catchy AF. She's the baddest. Dripping so much sauce, got to be looking like ragu. And the pudding and the proof. I love that. I love that
thought that
line.
was good too, that little version.
And the lines about David trying to cop a feel, hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's keeping that magician's name out there. If he's still around.
Magicians? Oh, David Copperfield?
Yeah, he's probably in Vegas, or maybe he's retired or something.
He got accused of diddling kids a while ago. I remember that. Yeah.
Where's Frank Reynolds when you need him?
we gotta write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
That just boggles my mind because dude was with Claudia Schiffer. I mean,
are they still married?
Wasn't that enough?
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay. Now, when I was in produce, working on the floor about almost a year ago, this song would come on, and I'd sing along to some of it, and this shocked Tiago.
Hi, Tiago. I know you're going to listen to this one once you see the thumbnail.
Because, I think he was kind of surprised that I knew the song and I knew who Lizzo was. And like I said earlier, I'm trying to keep up with the music that the young people seem to enjoy these days.
Oh, God.
Not that I'm down with all of it. Billie Eilish, yes, I am looking at you.
I was about to say, compare this to how you reacted to Billie Eilish. This could not be more opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of how you feel about these artists.
Well, the thing was, when I was looking up Lizzo and the Grammys, she got nominated for 8 and won 3. All I kept seeing for, all these ones was Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. But the one thing that I hold out hope for is that Billie won Best New Artist, and there's always that Grammy curse where the majority of people who win Best New Grammy Artist are never heard from again.
God, all right, you want to curse her.
So one can only hope.
God.
Okay, so,
moving on.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet?
Not
Okay.
yet. No, I want to bring up something that happened about a month ago.
Okay.
Where Lizzo got some shit for posting on TikTok that she was juicing. She did a 10-day detox.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because she said month of November was just really rough for her. A lot of stress, a lot of pressure. She wasn't eating that great. And she just decided, you know what, just going to do a cleanse. And there were people out there who were upset that she was promoting, wait for it, diet culture. And the English language dies just a little bit more. But God love Lizzo. Her attitude was, it's my body. I'll do
whatever the hell I
what I want with it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, that's just too bad. Of course, she put it in more succinct terms than that.
Yeah.
But I try to keep this like a family show.
Yeah.
And I think,
unlike me,
and my thing is good for her. Because, diet culture, like I said, if she wants to lose weight, that's up to her. If she doesn't want to, that's up to her.
I think some people are getting confused with the fact that there are some people out there on the internet who promote diets without fully understanding them or going about them all the wrong way.
I guess.
Sometimes that happens.
Because I read that and I thought, is dieting a bad thing now? Or is it people who see someone else trying to improve themselves feel that they have to take that person down because they themselves not improving themselves?
Maybe that could be part of it.
That could be part of it.
Yeah.
But hey,
as long as she's doing it in a safe and healthy way. She's not stupid. She's smart.
Because the one concern I have, and because I hope she's going to be around for a long time. I hope she's going to put out albums like this. My concern is I know when people get to a certain point with their weight that it puts a strain on your heart, and it causes the heart to work a lot harder than it should. So just be careful out there, Lizzo.
Well, I remember
we love you.
What was it? There was a country recently that did, this is what 156 pounds in a woman looks like, and they showed women with all different heights and all different races, all different ethnicities, and they looked vastly different each time. And they said, listen, this is what this weight looks like on women. It's never going to look the same. As long as you consult your doctor and they're like, you're doing okay, it shouldn't matter. Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but since we're on this issue, I think I will. Okay, the cover.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with it, too. Now, my thing is because it's we're celebrating body
Women's
positivity and all this. Now, let me ask you something. What do you think the reaction would be if that was a guy, let's see, who's... Oh, man, all I can think of is John Popper from Blues Traveler.
I think if it was a guy, they'd be like, oh, wow, he's so brave, he's so vulnerable. But with Lizzo, or like if a woman did that, they'd be like, oh my God, she's so gross. How can anybody love her looking like that? But I mean, sometimes...
No, because I kind of think if it was a guy, I'd be like, no.
I don't know. I mean, well, one other thing that happened, this is different, but did you hear about that photo shoot that Harry Styles did and how it blew up the internet?
Oh, he was on the cover of Vogue, yeah.
And so Harry Styles was doing a photo shoot where he was wearing, I don't know if it was one dress or a series of dresses, but he was wearing a long skirt, and somebody out on Twitter, I'm not going to say who, but they said, oh, that's not what a real man looks like, da-da-da-da-da, and they said, wow, how insecure do you have to be that you feel threatened by a man wearing a dress?
Nah.
Yeah, but I think if it had been a man doing that, they would have been like, wow, he's being so brave, being so vulnerable, or maybe they would be equally disgusted too. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I think women probably get a little more leeway in this situation. I don't know either, but I see my reaction would be, if it was a guy, I think people would say, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know what, maybe you're right, because, if a man's not like... If a man doesn't look like he's been sculpted from marble, if he doesn't look like Adonis,
if he ain't no Ramin Karimloo, sorry.
But hey, you know what? TikTok is pretty good when it comes to guys' body image. I mean, you see people thirsting for dad bods all the time. That's a real thing. Yes.
So what you're saying is I could... No.
Don't do that. All right. God, gross. All right. I can say that because you're my dad. All right, so anyway, next song, Soulmate. So this song went straight on my women's empowerment playlist. I think this is a good song for single women to listen to after a breakup or on Valentine's Day to remind themselves that they are worth it and the importance of loving yourself. I've really struggled with learning how not to be dependent on another person for happiness personally. I'm getting better with it now, but in my last relationship, it was a train wreck. It can really affect your mental health and mess with your heart. But if you're comfortable being alone with yourself in your own body and with your own thoughts, life is a lot easier. And it doesn't have to be a perfect relationship either. It's okay if you fail. But this song reminds you of why it can be a joyful thing. It also reminds me of some of the perks, especially the line about the extra fries.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of this lyric from Pippin. I never thought about how much I weighed when there was just one piece of cake. I'm really glad I heard this song at the start of 2021 too, because it gave me a few much needed reminders about myself and gave me some ideas about how to make life better for myself in the coming year. So thanks, Lizzo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's her own soulmate, a queen who don't need no crown. Mm-hmm. And yeah, basically you have to be happy with yourself. You're responsible for your own happiness, and you can't depend on others to make you happy. Mm-hmm. Like listening to this song took me back to, was it 1992? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where, I kept thinking, why haven't I met someone? I need to meet someone. Then I'll be happy. And I just kind of sat down and thought, wait a minute. Do you really need to meet someone to make you happy?
Yeah.
You're in a situation where you're living by yourself. You're answerable to no one but yourself. Mm-hmm. You can pretty much go out there and do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
Legally, for the most part. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I kind of decided, you know what? It's just up to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have a good time. And then maybe about a year later, I met your mom.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I wasn't trying to force something to happen. It was just like, going to go out there, live life. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Yeah. All right.
So good for you.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Don't ever forget that.
No, I won't.
Seriously.
I won't. Don't worry. I have people in my life who will remind me. All right. Next song.
That would be me.
Yeah.
And others.
Next song, Jerome. My first thought was, are we getting a Bo Diddley cover? But no, that would be Bring It to Jerome. Also, fun fact, this is the first track on the album to not have an explicit content warning on Spotify. Tipper Gore, say goodbye to Prince and say hello to Lizzo. Ooh, boy, I wish I didn't relate to this song as much as I did, but here we are. This song can be summed up this way. I'm a grown woman, I can't be with a little boy. That's one thing I learned while dating. Find someone who is at your level of emotional maturity, otherwise it's going to be very unequal. This song also shows you why you shouldn't date someone who's too clingy, which can be just as bad as dating someone who is emotionally distant. Because when you date someone who's clingy, they make you the center of their universe and dump all their emotional shit on you, which is way too much for any one person to handle. It can break you, and trust me, it broke me. But I like how Lizzo is still playful with it. She doesn't full on rail this guy. It's more so that she just can't resist nudging him a little. And she's honest with him, saying she's not perfect, but this isn't going to work, and I can see it even if you can't. So, bye!
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just got to go back to Soulmate for a minute, because after I went from page 2 to page 3, I realized I had one more line. Just saying that for Soulmate, this song is okay. The vocals seem a little too processed for my taste, kind of like Coast 93 playlist stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now Jerome. This is just a great R&B song. Jerome means well, but he's a boy, and Lizzo needs a man.
Mm-hmm.
2 a.m. photos with smileys and hearts ain't the way to her juicy parts. Yowza. And I like the line about she knows some girls who are kind of like into that, and she just stops us. I can give you the numbers if you want.
Yeah. Not even saying, she's like, if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of, she's still kind of a little open, because she says, he's got to take his ass home and come back when he's grown.
Yeah.
And I like the line about how love isn't easy, so she'll do the hardest part, which is breaking up with him.
Yeah.
But she knows it needs to be done, and maybe this will force him to grow up.
Maybe.
And realize that, you can't be clingy. You just can't.
Or maybe you won't, and they'll stay stuck like that forever. Who knows?
Or like she said, she knows some women who are out there like that, so maybe they can just cling together.
Mm-hmm.
Get static cling, and then just get some sort of like big shock.
They'll never leave each other.
And be passed out on the floor.
Next song, Crybaby. Again, I wish I didn't relate to this song, but here we are.
Oh.
This time Lizzo sent me on an unpleasant ride down memory lane with the lyric, let my guard down for you and you're going to make me put it back up. Yep. Funny how the people who hurt you will never have an idea of the pain they put you through, isn't it? I almost called out my ex-boyfriend by name, but I'm not going to do it. But there's a good message in there somewhere. It's okay to cry to let off steam. I know a lot of guys don't know what to do when like a woman cries specifically, but sometimes all you have to do is pat their shoulder or give them space to cry on their own if they're not in the mood to be with people.
And give them a there.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, if you don't know what to say, sometimes the physical contact is enough. Or it's like, listen, I need to go cry. I can't be with someone right now. Just give me a few minutes and then I'll come back and we can talk.
I need a few moments.
To myself. Yeah. And the music for this is excellent because it captures this slow burning agony. If I had to sing this song with as much truth as possible, I'd probably need to lie down too.
Uh-huh. For me, there's a very 80s sound to the song. And I swear to God, I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure this out. But it kind of reminds me of Van Halen. I don't know why, but there's something in that sound. I don't know if it's the bass.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. I have to go back and pick it apart, but there was just something that reminds me of them.
So do you want David Lee Roth to do a cover now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. So I kind of took it as like, yeah, Lizzo's breaking up with this guy, but to me it was like she swore he'd never see her cry, like he'd never see her this way.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? Like sometimes women just don't want the guy to see them in that state, like they're not...
I mean, how do I put this? When I was dating the guy I dated for 3 years, there would be some times where it was like I had to walk on eggshells around them because anything could set them off.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I didn't want to cry because that would send them into an emotional spiral too, and it would just ruin our whole fucking night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If anything, I would normally think the opposite, where it's like men don't want women to see them crying. But maybe also sometimes it's like, you're supposed to be this strong, independent woman, and on the times where you cry, it feels like you're letting all the people in your life who see you as a strong, independent woman down, because there's like this impression that you're not supposed to be vulnerable, you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to feel helpless.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you're not supposed to be human.
You're supposed to. Yeah. It feels like Well, this definitely applies more to women of color than it does to me. But I remember seeing on Scandal where it was like Olivia Pope's dad to her said, "You have to be twice as good in order to get half of what they get." Mm-hmm. So sometimes it feels like, and I can only say this as a cishet white woman. Sometimes it feels like all these women have come before you doing all this work to get you to this place in society where you are now. There's still a long way to go, but you're relatively better than where they were in the past. And sometimes it feels like if you let your guard down, or if it's like you're not, for me at least, I can only speak for myself, if you're not the image of a perfect woman or what it means to be a perfect, successful woman in the United States, it feels like one step forward, two steps back. So you can't let anybody see it when you have to be, you know.
Because I know your mom had always said, like, for women, and probably guys too, but I don't know if she meant it especially for women, like, you cannot cry
in the workplace. No, you can't.
You just, if you feel it, just excuse yourself,
go to the bathroom,
let it out, and then come back.
Yeah, because they'll just, you know, they won't see you as a coworker anymore. They'll just see you as a fragile woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then that can really threaten your reputation. And like, especially for like, what was it? And again, I'm speaking as a white woman, so take what I'm saying with as much of a grain of salt as you want. I remember, what was it? It was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion, and Will Smith was talking with the actress who I think played his aunt on the show, and I don't remember her name. But she said that for black women, the kiss of death is being labeled as the angry black woman. And I can't explain why that's... I can't explain all the pain behind that term, and I don't know how to put it into words. But if you look it up, that's basically the kiss of death. So the kiss of death for black women is being called the angry black woman, and I guess the kiss of death for white women is like, you know, crying or being too weepy. Yeah.
Okay, Tempo.
Yeah, all right. Tempo featuring Missy Elliott. First of all, that is an opening guitar lick that would make Prince proud.
Yes.
Lizzo is blunt. If we're going to get down and dirty, we need some dirty music with a beat, none of that cute crap. And if you can't deal with that, then that's no problem for me. I'll make my own way. This song reminds me of a Tumblr post where someone wrote, if a person says you have thunder thighs, then that means Thor, the god of thunder, would like them. Followed by this exchange. Thor, this leg, I like it. Person uncrosses their legs. Thor, another! Yup. He understood that reference. All right. I also love how Missy sings the same lyrics as Lizzo, but very much puts her own spin on it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Lizzo says, run that shit back, we get the sound of a record scratching and it segues perfectly into the next track.
Mm-hmm.
No other complaints or comments.
Yep. I like the arrangement. It's very unusual. It's very stripped down. And I love the lines, slow songs, stay for skinny hoes, can't move all of this hair to one of those. Mm-hmm. She needs some tempo.
Mm-hmm.
So hooking up with the tempo.
Mm-hmm.
And, Lizzo definitely needs her tempo. Mm-hmm. And Missy Elliott joins in with a decent guest appearance. Best line, thick thighs, save lives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Taking it all back to Thor.
Yep. Another!
But, yeah, great song.
Yeah. All right, next song. Exactly How I Feel, featuring Gucci Mane. So when I see Gucci Mane, all I can think of is the SNL parody of Gucci Gang, Tucci Gang, about actor Stanley Tucci.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Pete Davidson does it. Once again, another simple but empowering message. Sometimes I can be nice, sometimes I can be bitchy, but both of those make me who I am. Both of those sides of me make up who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Then Gucci Mane gets the bridge, and it's a similar message, but with a little addition. I worked hard to get this money, so I'm going to flaunt it, and don't you touch or break anything. It has that same unapologeticness, and Lizzo says, hey, that's exactly how I feel. And it's a song with two friends bonding over the same stuff and having a grand old time while doing it.
So Gucci Mane sounds like Francis from Stripes. You touch me, you touch my stuff, I'll kill you.
I still haven't seen Stripes.
Francis.
I still haven't seen Stripes.
Oh, we gotta take care of that.
Haven't seen that or Meatballs.
Oh, I saw Meatballs I don't know how many times. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay.
Oh, you're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought this song is just okay. It's definitely another empowerment anthem. Mm-hmm. And Gucci Mane adds a rap, but that's kind of about it. For me, it's like, it's one of the shortest songs on here, thankfully. I mean, I think it would have been a better song without Gucci Mane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just kind of... The rap to me kind of seemed intrusive.
I don't know. I like the playful banter.
To the rest of the song.
I like
but
the playful banter.
That's just me. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next song, Better in Color. Another blunt message, but more playful. If you want to love me, we have to do it in color. Like, we have to do it full out. Go big or go home.
Okay, because I had no idea what she meant by better in color. So we got like the black and white TV, and we got the color TV.
Yeah.
Do we even still have black and white TVs anymore?
No, I think those are antiques now.
So we've got the tube TV, and then we've got the...
Flat screen.
Flat screen.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, go big or go home, because with a personality as big as Lizzo's, I can't see her being with someone who doesn't want to come along for the ride. I also appreciate the lyric whole milk lickin', because as Ron Swanson says, skim milk is just water that's lying about being milk. And then the other best part is when Lizzo says, I'm going to tell your mama, and you could just see the person going pale while she laughs her asses off like, you wouldn't dare. Because it doesn't matter how old you are, that threat will make anyone freeze. Lizzo knows the power she wields with that one statement, and she loves it.
Couldn't the guy say, well, yeah, I'm going to tell your mama.
The never-ending back and forth. I'll tell your mama. No, I'll tell your mama. No, I'll tell your mama.
I'll tell your daddy. I'll be good.
I'll be good. Be quiet or I'll put you in that nursing home we saw in 60 Minutes.
I'll be good. Okay, this is the shortest song on the album, clocking in at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. It's very, 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 very catchy. Mm-hmm. And, I had no idea what Love Looks Better in Color means, but I can live with that. But, from you saying, okay, we're just going all out, that definitely makes sense. It's like no holding back. We're just going to hit the whole spectrum. Mm-hmm. Did I mention how catchy this song is?
No, not yet. Or maybe you did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You just weren't paying attention.
Sorry.
Thanks.
All right.
It's my dad listens to this, but my daughter doesn't listen to me.
I never listen to you.
What?
I never listen to you.
Huh?
Shut up. All right, next track, Heaven Help Me. So my interpretation of this song is, this is what happens when love enters your life at the wrong time. You know what I mean? When everything is so busy in your life that the last thing you need is a serious relationship.
Yep.
And again, I'm going to cite a Tumblr post. Quote, my favorite character trope is when someone falls in love and instead of thinking, aw, they're cute, they think, no, God, fuck, why? That's what this song is for me. And also, I am so glad that dickmatized is a word, because that's going to be entering my daily vocabulary. Like I was doing a game night with Ray and our friends, and then I just dropped that in there, and everyone just burst out laughing. They thought it was great.
Oh, when I saw that on A to Z lyrics, I just cracked up. Mm-hmm. Okay, that opening piano could have come out of some 70s song.
Yeah, I was thinking that was a 70s vibe.
I know this from somewhere, but I just couldn't pinpoint it. Mm-hmm. But, Heaven Help Lizzo, love is killing her, and she's gonna kill it first. Mm-hmm. And great lines like, love is a drug, methamphetamine, DARE, they'll be hooked on me, which I thought was fall down funny.
Yep.
And then near the end of it, I love how Lizzo asks for an amen, then she gets it and goes to church.
Yep,
absolute genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius. I just love how the whole song switches into that has that gospel feel. Absolutely great.
Yep. All right, next song.
I love this woman.
Yeah, I do too. So this is where it stopped for me because I listened to the regular version. I didn't listen to the last 3 tracks, so this last part will just be Dad. Hey, at least it wasn't like our Lucy episode where I listened to the entirely wrong album. Remember that?
You're getting better.
We're getting progress. All right, so the last song for me, Lingerie. Oh, as soon as I heard those opening bass notes, I knew we were in for some sexy times. I always love that word lingerie because it signals something special. Like, if a guy ever hears a woman say, let me slip into some sexy lingerie, you know you're about to have some bomb-ass sex.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Giggity-goo. So Lizzo is owning her power, teasing this person to the ends of the earth. And you know she's having a good time because of the way she screams those notes and says, let's open the window. Like, yeah, let's have people hear our screams so they can be jealous. And the icing on the cake is when she pauses just between the words, come and my way. Mm-hmm. This song exudes sex appeal, and if you don't feel empowered by it, or maybe even a little aroused, depending on who you're attracted to or what gender you are or whatever, then I don't know what to say to you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, just don't.
Okay, yeah, this is the last song on the original release of 'Cause I Love You.
Yep.
So Lizzo's lounging around in her lingerie just to be ready, just in case her man shows up unannounced, I guess. She'll be ready. She's ready to go.
It's like dangling the carrot in front of the horse.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, and this song starts out with a great beat that turns into a slow groove and just percolates on a low boil. Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, Lizzo is like a teapot that needs to be taken off the stove. Mm-hmm. Like, she just gets, like, so worked up. And then towards the end, it's like, we've taken her off the stove, and she's just steeping and just percolating herself.
Waiting.
It's like,
yeah.
Great God Almighty. Mm-hmm. And that's how the original album ends.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, like, then we go to the 3 songs that I listened to. Mm-hmm. Did you listen to yours on Spotify?
I did.
I'm really surprised that they didn't put the
Well, they did, but I didn't know that you had the deluxe edition. I thought you just had the regular one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got the deluxe edition. Like I said,
Oops.
Nowhere on it does it say it's a deluxe edition.
Oh, okay.
I just assumed that this was...
Oh, okay. So maybe because I didn't see it stamped on the cover, I just thought it was the regular one.
Okay, so the next song is called Boys. And the thing is, there's no pause between lingerie and boys.
Oh, really?
Nothing to denote that it's extra track time. Usually, if there's extra tracks on a CD, there'll be a longer than usual pause to let you know, okay, this is not part of the original album. But in this case, nope, we'll just go right into it. Now, this song came out in June 2018 as a digital single. And I guess Atlantic felt that it needed more of a permanent home, so that's how it wound up in here. And Lizzo likes all kinds of boys, from the playboys to the gay boys. Catchy song, very bare bones arrangement, but she just lists every kind of boy she likes, and she's like, basically, yeah, I love all you boys.
Yeah, I like all of them. Yeah.
Okay. You have no 2 cents to add, so we're just going to move to Truth Hurts. This song was released in September of 2017, and it took 2 years for it to become a hit.
But I remember when it became a hit, like, it hit.
When it did, it hit big. It was 7 non-consecutive weeks at number 1. Now, here's the thing.
Yes?
A station in Green Bay, Wisconsin, edited out the lines referring to the Minnesota Vikings because
the rival football team?
the Packers' rivalry with them.
Yeah.
Now, Atlantic Records gave its approval.
Yeah.
They were actually cool with it because, they understood. Apparently, this was the only station that got that approval.
Yeah.
Atlantic totally understood. Now, in 2020 on Jeopardy, Alex Trebek recited some of the lyrics as a clue in the category lyrics of today.
Yep.
And after the contestant got the right answer, Alex said, I said it just like Lizzo does, didn't I?
Yeah, and Lizzo retweeted it too, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think she thought it was great. She was like, oh, this is sweet.
And it's got some great lines like, I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch.
Yep.
And you're supposed to hold me down, but you hold me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back.
Bye.
What a great burn. It has this interesting arrangement, and it for me, it's kind of like this sort of out-of-tune piano that will worm its way into your brain and stay there forever. And oh, by the way, bum bum bidum bum day. Yes, which I totally blew it. I'm sorry, Liz. I'm really sorry. I listened to it 57 million times to make sure I'd get it right, and I still couldn't get it right. I'm sorry, Lizzo. I'm really sorry.
Next track.
And
the final one.
called Water Me. Now, this came out even before Truth Hurts in August 2017, and eventually it's found its way here. And I'm glad it did because it is so catchy. It has a nice middle eight, and my favorite line is like, brr, brr, operator.
Uh-huh.
You've got to listen to it.
I will.
It's such a great song because she does this, like, he, like Michael Jackson, and she's got
but
like
in the
this
female
whole,
register.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's just a great song, and it's like Water Me. It's like, I'm assuming it's like like plants need water to survive. Lizzo needs. I'm assuming it's loving to survive because we all do. Yeah.
All right, so overall, I'm glad this was our first album of 2021. There was some powerful energy in it that motivated me and gave me some ideas of how I want my life to be this year. So if you're a fan of Lizzo as a person but haven't given her music a try, which that's where I was at the beginning, because
Really?
I would see her in interviews online, and I was like, no one's holding this woman back, and I love it. But if you haven't given her music a try yet, listen to this album. I get now why you made the comparison in our Little Richard episode. The songs are short and sweet, and Lizzo has fun while saying all she needs to say, and that's all there is. There isn't any more. Wham, bam, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, overall, I love this album. And, I only thought 2 songs were kind of but even they're not that bad. I mean, I've never skipped over them.
Yeah.
And for me, it'll be interesting to see what she does on her follow-up. And whenever that comes out, yes, I will get it from the library first.
So, 12 tracks out of 14, that's 86%. That's not bad.
Yeah, you just did the math?
Yeah, I just did the calculator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, well, let's see how much of the album he likes. 86%. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, great album. I'm glad I finally, decided to investigate who is this Lizzo and what does she want? She wants everything.
And now you know. And also, I think you might find this fascinating. You could see some videos from her old YouTube channel up. Like she does, I forgot what Jay-Z song she played along to, but there's a video of her, I think it was during a snow day, she decided to play flute alongside one of Jay-Z's songs. And it works really well. And people are like, wow, imagine if she blew up back then. Like how different her career would look. But she's here to stay, and we're happy. All right, as always, thank you for listening to another episode of My Dad Listens to This. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. If you follow me on any of my social media platforms, you can get the episodes there. Or if you're friends with my dad, you can get the episodes through him. Thank you very much. We'll be back next time with another album to nitpick and gripe about. Dad, is there anything you want to say to our loyal viewers before we sign off?
Thank you for listening. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. It's got to be better than last year, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone get their vaccinations. We'll all be outside, hopefully by
The end of the year?
Oh,
Before the end of the year.
I was kind of hoping like May at the latest.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
17 days until January 20th. 17 days until January 20th. Let's all survive until then, hopefully.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, viewers, if we don't have another episode by then, you'll know exactly what went wrong. All right, viewers, we gotta go. Bye!
Bye.